Okay, so this is my husband's oil fryer, and this is not a video about cleaning the oil fryer itself. This is just a video about cleaning the counter surrounding the oil fryer. As you can see right here, our counter is covered in grease that is very difficult to get off. And I am somewhat allergic to most household cleaners. Anything that has a great smell, like maybe a bleach or an ammonia, makes me feel very sick after cleaning. So I've tried some other things that aren't what I would my normal go-to. I tried Dawn dish soap, but it seemed to just like not do anything as far as breaking down any of the grease. It did, make it nice and shiny. And I tried Goo Gone. Goo Gone was my big hope. I actually bought Goo Gone just for this, but have found other great reasons to use it as well. But Goo Gone, normally you can spray it on something that's gooey, let it sit for a couple minutes, and then just wipe it right off for the most part. Sometimes have to rub a little bit. But it seemed to break the oil down a tiny bit, but not enough that really made it so you wouldn't have to use elbow grease. And then I also tried a magic eraser sponge, and as you can see here, it just ripped it to shreds. So what I've done here is just use some old-fashioned elbow grease. I thought of making this video after I had cleaned half the counter. And I know it's gross, but as you can see here, the sponge does eventually get pretty coated and filled with grease. So my own personal way of fixing that is that I scrub the sponge against itself under the warmest water my hands can take, and that pretty much ends up cleaning it back to a state where the scrubbing part will work again, as I'm about to show you right here. Almost a normal sponge again, except for that middle part that I've completely scrubbed off. And here my husband Ed stops by to check on what I'm doing while he's on break.
Are you doing another how to video?
Yeah.
You're good, honey. People are going to be helped out by you.
We always like to joke around, and it's especially helpful to have a little bit of a distraction and conversation while you're cleaning. And I think this sponge has finally seen its day, so I'm going to put it where I wish I could put the fryer. And so again, here is the before picture. Just wanted to remind you how disgusting it was. And here is the after. There is still some discoloration, and that's really just because this is not the best kind of countertop. It stains very easily, and most of what you're seeing here that is not white is some sort of rust from other things we've left on the counter. So, and thank you so much for joining me today. Now go and use some elbow grease and make your counters look the way you want them to.